Hey, welcome back to episode 2 of The Mechanic. In this video, I'm going to be going over gank paths and pattern. Gank paths and pattern are important not just for the junglers, but it's also important for the lanes, because knowing the right gank paths and patterns can help you convert kills easier as a jungler, and also knowing when the ganks are coming can help you prevent it when you're laning against it. So I'm going to go over common jungle routes and gank paths, and the common cues so you would know when those ganks are coming. Right now I'm going to go over the most common gank path as a jungler on the red side and the purple side. So as a jungler on the red side, what you want to generally do if you want to gank early as an aggressive jungler is to start on the wolves, go straight to blue, then ask your team for a smiteless leash. What a smiteless leash means is that your bottom lane is going to do so much damage on your blue buff that you're not going to need to smite it, and you can go straight to the red buff and do that camp because you'll still have your smite, and by then you'd hit level 3 and you're open to gank people, and this should be about 3 minutes. So what I have here is I'm Shen and I have Irelia on top lane fighting against a Volibear. I'm going to swing to the bottom side of this brush so I don't get into Volibear's vision, and I'm going to wait and time. As soon as Irelia closes the gap, I can go in there because I want to be able to make sure that Irelia is close enough that when I see Volibear, we're going to be able to output as much damage as possible. So that last clip was a smiteless leash to quick level 3 at 3 minutes, gank at top lane. Generally, when you're on the red side, you can either gank either the mid lane or top lane after you get red buff. However, let's take a look on the flip side when you're on the blue side. When you're on the blue side, however, you generally, right after you do red, you have the option of ganking either mid or bottom lane. So what I have here is I have Udyr, and I'm looking at mid lane. Udyr naturally is a very strong ganker against Mordekaiser, and so I'm going to look for a gank in mid lane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sneak on the right side and run around this gank right here towards mid lane. And notice as I run towards Mordekaiser, I'm not running directly at him, but I'm running in a line where I know I'm going to meet Mordekaiser. That way I can close as much distance as I can, and when he flashes away, I'm still going to be closer than if I were to run directly towards him. So in this picture, I diagrammed out the most common gank path in the first 4 minutes of the game. The red icon on the map are the common ward places in the first 3 minutes of the game. So depending on where the wards are, it would be more beneficial to take one path over the other. Earlier, I showed you the orange and light blue gank path, respectively, and now I'm going to show you the green and purple gank path. So what I have here is I have a jungle talent. I had just finished red buff, and I'm gauging whether I want to gank top or middle. And I saw that middle is very, very gankable, so I'm going to head towards the alternate green path that I have drawn on the diagram earlier. So what I want to do is I want to sneak on the other side of this island right here and just wait. It's very important to wait until Karthus moves forward. When he's on his way forward, he's actually generally going to move a little bit more, and you can catch him off guard, and it'll take longer for him to react. So I'm going to go, I'm going to blink on him, and I'm pretty much going to one combo him. Now I'm just going to show you the purple gank path from the blue side. So what I have here is Udyr again, and I'm looking around the map right here. I'm looking at the lanes and seeing which place has the highest conversion rate, and I see bottom lane. And so what's important here is I'm hugging these walls to make sure that I am as far away from a ward position as I can. So hopefully if they misplace a ward, I'd be out of sight. I'm going to sneak into this brush. I'm going to look for a gank onto Graves. Also, to re-emphasize hugging the wall, I just want to go back to why I was hugging the wall. If there was a ward in the tri-brush in bottom lane, by hugging that wall, I would have been able to escape that vision. Finally, to finish off this video, I want to go over why you would want to choose one gank path over the other. So constantly throughout the entire first 4 minutes of the game and you're looking for a gank, there's a lot of decision making that goes through your mind. Which lane is the most gankable? What lane can I go in with the highest conversion rate? So you look at the matchup of the jungler and the lane you're ganking for versus the enemy, and a lot of times you just have to have the experience or weigh this before you even decide to gank, and you have to figure out, alright, how gankable is this lane? Am I going to convert? And you really just go for the lane that you can gank the best with the highest conversion rate. So to close out this video, I just want to thank you guys for watching, and things to look for on the next video. I'm actually going to finish up the whole gank path, gank route in the next video because there's just too much to cover in one video. I'll go over alternate routes on ganking on non-smiteless leash ganks, and really I'll also cover the level 4 through level 11 ganks as well, and when and where to avoid wars, because the warning becomes substantially different as the game progresses. So, like always, thanks a lot for watching. If you guys have any questions, comments, or advice, or what you guys would like to see in the future, just leave it in the comment. I take a look at all of them, and I really appreciate any type of feedback you guys have for me.